When it seems like the royal drama has reached its peak, new sensational details continue to emerge. This time, the children of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Archie and Lilibet, are under scrutiny. Do they really exist, or is this just another move to keep the public's attention? Meghan's half-sister, Samantha Markle, stirs the pot again, claiming that Archie is a phantom whom no one has ever seen. These statements fuel rumors about surrogacy and a fake pregnancy. Why do the dukes keep their children hidden from the public? What are they trying to hide? These questions are becoming increasingly relevant, and even the most devoted fans are starting to doubt the couple's sincerity. Will this new wave of criticism shatter the carefully crafted image of Meghan and Harry, or will they finally reveal the truth? Stay with us to learn all the details of this captivating story. The scandals surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle continue to flare up one after another. This time, their children are the cause of the controversy. Many fans still believe that Archie does not exist, and now similar doubts arise about Lilibet. Or are Meghan Markle's children even her own? In 2020, Samantha Markle gave an interview for the talk radio program. Although the main topic was the controversial wreath-laying ceremony at a military cemetery, Samantha also referred to her nephew Archie as a phantom and said that no one knows where he is. It is worth noting that Samantha Markle has not spoken directly with Meghan for over a decade, but she has become one of the most outspoken critics of the Duchess in the media since the royal wedding in May 2018. She has been particularly harsh with the Duchess over her break in relations with her father. There are rumors that Meghan Markle was never pregnant and that Archie was born via a surrogate mother. It is believed that she faked her pregnancy, and the surrogate mother decided to keep the child, which is legal under British laws. There is speculation that in some cases, the mother allowed the couple to use the child for video and photo shoots. It is said that they even used a doll in some instances. However, when the couple moved to California, they were left without the child. This theory may seem crazy, but if one analyzes the available information and thinks logically, it could be the most plausible explanation. For instance, let's consider how they hide Archie from the public. It is understandable that famous people want to protect their children from media attention, but they do it differently. When the Dutch royal family goes on vacation, photographers get a chance to take a few photos, and then they must leave the family alone. This method works effectively. Prince William and Kate also strive to protect their children, but they publish enough photos to show how their children are growing. The approach of Harry and Meghan is entirely different. They rarely appear in public with Archie and only occasionally share his photos. Usually, when people become parents, they can't resist talking about their child and sharing his or her photos with others. However, Harry and Meghan do the opposite. Such behavior from the Duke and Duchess of Sussex raises eyebrows, especially considering that they seem ready to use any opportunity to attract attention. Their young son could have been an excellent way to build a positive image. Moreover, in the rare cases when they appeared with Archie, it seemed as though Meghan was eager to use him to keep the public's interest focused on her. Take, for example, the video of their visit to South Africa, where Meghan introduced Archie to Desmond Tutu. It's strange to take a small child on a journey thousands of miles away for an official visit, but not bring him to see his grandparents. Another example is the so-called birthday video. Meghan is seen reading a book to Archie but constantly looks into the camera, as if her main objective is to highlight her mothering skills. To many, including child psychology experts, this interaction looked more like that of a stranger with a child than a mother with her son. Moreover, there was no sense of a birthday celebration in the video. The child wasn't dressed in any celebratory way and looked as though he had just been handed over to her with the instruction, film the video, but make it quick. For Meghan's fans, these videos and photos serve as proof that the Sussexes live like a regular family. However, the question arises, why are there so few such images, and why are they all so old? People don't change their behavior without a good reason. The simplest explanation is that during those photo sessions, Archie was available, but that is no longer the case. Even in the rare instances when Harry and Meghan mention their son in interviews, Archie is somehow never around. Their words sound as if they are talking about children in general, rather than sharing their own parenting experience. Although there is no direct evidence, there are numerous signs that make people doubt whether Meghan was really pregnant. While most people continue to believe in her pregnancy, many point to possible inconsistencies. There are photos where Meghan's belly appears to grow, shrink, or even disappear within the span of days or even hours. There are also videos showing her doing things that would be difficult for a pregnant woman. Despite being relatively older for a first pregnancy, Meghan never complained about any health issues. She refused the services of the medical team that typically accompanies royal pregnancies and announced that she would use her own women's team. However, there is no evidence that these doctors ever existed. Additionally, the announcement of Archie's birth raises doubts, as it lacks an important detail, the signature of the doctors. The birth certificate that was eventually presented only confirms that Harry registered the child's birth as the father. This would be acceptable for an ordinary citizen, but it's not sufficient for a member of the royal family. In the case of royal births, it has always been crucial to confirm the mother's relationship with the newborn prince or princess. However, there was no royal doctor present at Meghan's delivery to confirm this fact with a signature. Why did Harry and Meghan decide to forego such a simple formality? If the child wasn't actually born to Meghan, it's logical to assume that she would first seek to exclude the royal doctors as unwanted witnesses. But if the rumors about a fake pregnancy are just malicious slander, why hasn't Meghan taken action to put an end to it? When a video appeared online claiming that Donald Trump's son, Barron, had autism, Melania Trump immediately threatened to sue. The video's creator apologized and took it down. Melania did what any caring mother would do, she defended her child. Meghan, on the other hand, has not hesitated to complain about negative publicity or unsatisfactory treatment at the palace. She spent significant amounts of money on a lawsuit against the Daily Mail, yet never sued those spreading rumors about her alleged fake pregnancy. This is surprising, as confirming a pregnancy would have been easy enough with a statement from a reputable doctor. If Meghan did indeed fake her pregnancy, her efforts to cover it up weren't very convincing. At times, she overemphasized her belly, which constantly changed in size, but neglected important details such as the lack of health issues or medical supervision. If someone were to fake a pregnancy, the logical advice would be to avoid attention. For example, they could have gone to a remote castle in Scotland and returned only after the baby's arrival. Of course, there would be gossip, but it would die down once the baby was presented to the public. However, after Archie's birth, he became almost invisible to the public eye. One possible explanation for Archie's disappearance could be that the surrogate mother who gave birth to him refused to hand the child over to Harry and Meghan. According to British law, the woman who gives birth to the child is considered the legal mother. If the biological parents want recognition, the child must be adopted. However, since commercial surrogacy is illegal in the United Kingdom, any signed contracts would not be legally binding. In some cases, surrogate mothers are relatives or friends who want to help. However, in the case of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, this seems unlikely. It's possible that the woman who carried Archie agreed to be a surrogate for financial reasons or out of sympathy for the couple. But over the course of 9 months, her feelings could have changed, and British law remains on the side of the woman who gave birth. At the same time, this woman likely understood how disastrous it would be for Harry and Meghan to lose the child. So, it's entirely possible that she agreed to temporarily allow the couple to use her son for special occasions, such as official trips or the christening. The risks for her were relatively low, as she remained the legal mother, and the law was on her side. There was likely financial compensation involved as well. The christening is another example of Prince Harry and Meghan's inconsistent behavior, which supports previous theories. For most people, a christening is a relatively public event. Considering that Meghan turned her wedding into a grand spectacle, inviting many high-profile guests she barely knew, why was the christening of their child held in secret? And why wasn't there an announcement about the godparents? Additionally, there are 3 videos that some people find strange. Right after the birth, Prince Harry and Meghan introduced a baby who appeared motionless and made no sounds, resembling an expensive silicone doll. They did everything possible to ensure that only a minimal number of press members were present, and they tried to show the baby as little as possible. In another video, Meghan is seen attending a polo match while holding Archie. The other attendees, including Kate and her children, seemed to ignore Meghan, and she was holding the child in a rather awkward position. The most controversial of the 3 is a photo from Canada, where Meghan is carrying the child in a sling while walking 2 dogs on leashes. She smiles at the camera as if it were a staged scene, but Archie is in a strange position that looks unsafe due to the dogs and uncomfortable for both the child and mother because of how he is slanted. While there is no proof that the babies in these images are dolls, there is also no confirmation that they are real. The children in the photos simply resemble dolls. Surprisingly, but fitting with the overall theory, after Archie's birth, his family seemingly ignored his existence. They sent him birthday wishes on his first birthday, and that was it. William and Kate never arranged for their children to meet their little cousin. Although media outlets that support Meghan often try to paint Kate in a negative light, this fact is never mentioned. However, during her lawsuit against the Daily Mail, Meghan made an interesting statement, noting that she didn't feel protected during her pregnancy. At first glance, this may seem strange, as it didn't relate to the article. Nonetheless, it emphasizes that she was genuinely concerned about the lack of support from the royal family during her pregnancy. It's important to stress that this is just a hypothesis, one that could explain many of the mysteries surrounding Harry, Meghan, and their child. In theory, Meghan could have been pregnant and given birth to Archie, and the 3 of them could be living like a normal family in Los Angeles. However, to be honest, it's hard to imagine that they will ever show this publicly. When Samantha was asked about the criticism surrounding Meghan, she replied, "Telling the truth isn't about being mean." But when asked about little Archie, she remarked, "He's adorable. Looks like Harry." Samantha also mentioned that she saw her nephew for the first time in the ITV documentary. These comments fuel the belief among internet users in what's known as the conspiracy theory. It's common knowledge that during her marriage to Harry, Meghan had 2 children, Archie and Lilibet. However, since she rarely shows them to the public, it leaves many people puzzled. For example, William and Kate Middleton's children are known to the entire world, yet they are not deprived of a normal childhood. Even Hollywood stars like Angelina Jolie don't hide their children from the public eye. Meghan's behavior raises suspicions among some people. Some conspiracy theorists are convinced that the children might not exist at all. Rumors circulate that for rare photo shoots, Markle borrows someone else's child and that her baby bump during her first pregnancy was fake. During her second pregnancy, she wasn't seen at all. Even though the Sussexes lead a relatively ordinary life in America, they remain concerned about their safety. The couple tries to keep their children, Archie and Lilibet, out of the public eye and away from paparazzi. Moreover, they prefer not to post their children's photos on social media. Since moving to another country, new images of King Charles III's youngest grandchildren have been extremely rare. However, Fans of the couple recently received an unexpected surprise, which caused some stress for the Sussexes. A new photo of their eldest son surfaced in messaging apps that the Sussexes tend to avoid. Amazingly rare photos leaked online. During a video call between Meghan and a group of female professors, Archie accidentally appeared on screen. He is now 3 years old, as fans of the British royal family eagerly pointed out, and they were incredibly excited. One of the professors from an American university posted screenshots of the video call on her social media. During this internal meeting with female politicians, at one point, little Archie and his grandmother Doria appeared in the background. Meghan and Harry's son was sitting on his mother's lap while she conducted business discussions. The photo quickly spread across the internet, and everyone finally got to see how much Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor had changed over time. In the photo, the boy is staring seriously into the camera, as if he understands the topics being discussed. Although, more likely, he was simply observing the people on the screen. Some internet users noted that the child didn't resemble either parent or his previous appearances in official photos. Of course, children grow quickly, and sometimes they can look very different within a year, but their basic features usually remain the same. And it seemed a little too convenient that this photo leaked online. Could it really be that Meghan, who had so successfully shielded her son from public view for 3 years, suddenly made such a mistake? Highly unlikely. The reasons are quite clear. First, that same day, Prince William and Kate Middleton arrived in the United States for the first time in 8 years on an official visit. And conveniently, the leaked photo of Archie allowed Meghan to shift the attention back to herself. Second, Netflix had just premiered the highly anticipated documentary series about Meghan and Harry's life, which promised to be very controversial. Using rare photos of their son to stir up interest in the project was very timely. No matter how you look at it, whether the child is biologically hers or not, Meghan used Archie to maintain her popularity. This sparked a new wave of criticism against her. It seemed like the heated discussions surrounding the couple had started to die down, but after the birth of their second child, the debates flared up again. Perhaps another deception by Harry and Meghan had been uncovered. Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan announced their second pregnancy on Valentine's Day. Experts noted that the couple was mimicking Princess Diana, who made a similar announcement exactly 37 years earlier, on February 14, when she was pregnant with her younger son. As usual, the choice of name for the newborn girl sparked great public interest and activity in betting shops. Though the bets rarely matched the final choice, the most popular names are always intriguing. Among boys' names, Alfie was mentioned most often, likely due to its similarity to Archie. Among girls' names, Diana seemed the most obvious choice, in honor of the late Princess of Wales, whom the couple often references. This time, fans guessed correctly. The couple named their newborn daughter Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor, paying tribute to her great-grandmother Elizabeth and her grandmother Diana. Although the Sussexes are no longer active members of the British royal family, Prince Harry still retains his place in the line of succession to the throne. This means that his children also have a right to their spots in the line of succession, directly after him. Fortunately, the position of the second child does not depend on gender. The Queen abolished that tradition. Little Lilibet was born at Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital. The cost of delivery at this Santa Barbara medical facility ranges from $28,000, depending on the chosen service package. Like her mother, Meghan's second child will be an American citizen. Meghan stopped the process of obtaining British citizenship, and many doubt that the couple will seek any privileges for their second daughter. As for royal status, nearly all experts agree that the Sussexes' second child will not receive a title. The title of His or Her Royal Highness is usually granted only to the children and grandchildren of the monarch, although the Queen can make exceptions for her great-grandchildren. However, Archie Mountbatten-Windsor does not have such a title, and the likelihood that his sister will receive one is minimal. A few days after the birth of their second child, Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan announced it on the website of their Archewell Foundation, revealing their daughter's name, Lilibet Diana, and her birth date, June 4, 2021. The palace quickly congratulated the parents on the event, which led journalists to speculate that the royal family had not been informed in advance. A birth certificate even surfaced online, confirming the existence of the baby girl. Commentators immediately began comparing Lilibet's American documents with her brother Archie's British birth certificate. However, it was soon discovered that on June 4, there was no Lilibet registered in the United States. One YouTube blogger conducted a simple investigation, revealing that no girl with that name and birth date actually exists. In the United States, it's not difficult to find information about someone's place of birth and real name. The blogger scoured the internet and found that a search for Lilibet Diana Mountbatten-Windsor at the Santa Barbara Clinic yielded no results. However, a search under the name Diana Mountbatten-Windsor led to the discovery of a birth certificate. This suggested that the Sussex's daughter was actually named as the bookmakers had originally predicted. The blogger speculated that Harry and Meghan added the Lilibet prefix to endear themselves to the Queen. While many media outlets saw this gesture as sweet, fans of Queen Elizabeth were outraged by what they considered the Duke and Duchess's overly familiar use of the Queen's personal nickname, especially given their distance from the royal family. In Lilibet Diana's first year of life, she was never formally introduced to the royal family. The only relative who has seen the little girl is Princess Eugenie. This meeting took place back in February, when Eugenie and her husband, businessman Jack Brooksbank, visited Los Angeles to watch the Super Bowl and stayed at the Sussex's home. As such, she became the first member of the royal family to cross 55,000 miles since the couple stepped back from royal life in pursuit of greater privacy, noted The Sun. Harry and Eugenie are first cousins, their fathers are brothers. There has always been a special bond between them. Eugenie of York is one of the few members of the royal family who managed to get along with Meghan Markle. The two women often call each other to discuss important matters. Princess Eugenie is one of the very few people Prince Harry spoke positively about in his controversial memoir, Spare. According to the media, this initiative is proof that the friendship between Harry and Eugenie remains unshaken. The mansion where Eugenie stayed and where Lilibet spent her first year of life is valued at $15 million. Experts believe that Eugenie might be the one to act as a mediator between the Sussexes and the royal family in their reconciliation. Eugenie will try to smooth things over. She could be the person who helps take the first steps toward restoring family relationships, insiders claim. After moving to the United States and growing tired of constant tabloid harassment, Meghan and Harry surrounded themselves with an atmosphere of secrecy. They hid the first photos of Lilibet for so long that conspiracy theories began to form around the little girl. The parents only showed her photo to the public right before Christmas, and they continued to shield her from prying eyes. Many began to doubt the existence of the Sussex's daughter. Rumors swirled that Markle had fabricated the pregnancy story, using a fake baby bump to attract attention to herself. Some users seriously doubted the authenticity of old photos of Lilibet, suggesting they were not real pictures but the result of AI-generated imagery. They pointed to the lack of a human look in the girl's eyes in the images. Some also believe that Lilibet's older brother, Archie, is not Meghan's biological son. Given that the boy was born in a closed hospital with no outsiders present, users speculate that Meghan may have faked her pregnancy, as her belly appeared unnatural, as though it were a cushion. These observations have led to the belief that Meghan did not give birth to Archie, although Prince Harry's paternity is not in doubt. This is because in all the photos, Archie looks like a copy of Harry. Lilibet, Meghan and Harry's daughter, became the first member of the royal family to be born on United States soil. Because of this, she has the right to dual citizenship, British and American. Where Lilibet decides to live when she grows up will be entirely up to her. She may choose her father's homeland, or she might move to another country altogether. At the moment, the most appropriate title for Lilibet is Lady. Whether she will be granted additional honors in the future depends entirely on the king's decision. Debbie Frank, a renowned astrologer and close friend of Princess Diana, has studied Lilibet Diana's character traits. Debbie worked with Princess Diana starting in 1989, and they remained close until Diana's death. Frank decided to analyze the fate of her titled client's granddaughter. Debbie pointed out that the royal family's patriarch, Prince Philip, was born under the sign of Gemini. According to the astrologer, Lilibet, his great-granddaughter, has come to take his place. Geminis are known for their wit, adaptability, playfulness, and sociability, as well as their eternal youthful spirit, traits that those close to the Duke of Edinburgh often noted in his character. It is quite common in families to see such astrological parallels repeating across generations. In the royal family, Lilibet Diana is surrounded by Taurians. Her older brother Archie and her cousins, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, were all born under this sign. The earth sign Taurus is known for its stability and groundedness, while Geminis tend to have their heads in the clouds. However, in a family, such differences can balance each other out. Debbie believes that Archie's moon and Mars are in Gemini, which creates a natural closeness and shared interests between them. According to the astrologer, Lilibet's rising Leo will also connect her with other members of the Windsor family, including her grandfather, King Charles III, his wife Camilla, and her Aunt Catherine. This trait could manifest as a certain regal presence that makes her stand out in any situation. Additionally, Lilibet's moon is in fiery Aries, which indicates that she will know exactly what she wants. With the sun in the 10th house, she'll strive to be in the spotlight. Debbie believes that Lilibet may grow up to be assertive and show leadership tendencies from a young age, starting with her relationship with her older brother. Her innate sensitivity and vivid imagination will help soften this quality. The astrologer is also convinced that the Sussex's daughter is destined to leave her mark on the world, as shown by her son's proximity to the point of destiny, the North Node. Lilibet's grandmother, Princess Diana, was a Cancer, and Lilibet has both Venus and Mars in Cancer, which suggests some similarities in their characters. Lilibet is likely to grow up as an extrovert with a special charm, warmth, and an ability to attract people. She may also have a tendency to positively influence those around her and change their lives for the better. Lilibet will likely remain the youngest daughter for Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, as they do not plan to have more children. This decision is not due to concerns about parenting, but rather for environmental reasons. The couple believes that the planet is already suffering from overpopulation and has limited resources. As noted by the British publication Express, Meghan's comments about having children sparked mixed reactions. Many were surprised, and some commentators expressed disappointment, as they had expected Prince Harry to have at least 3 heirs. A smaller family has less negative impact on the planet. It gives all our children, their descendants, and future generations more chances to thrive on a healthy Earth. Small families reduce our footprint on the planet and provide more opportunities for our relatives and future generations to live in favorable conditions. We thank Harry and Meghan for making this wise decision, said the official statement from the organization this summer. Harry and Meghan have thought about this for a long time. Of course, it wasn't an easy decision for them. But over the past few years, they've realized they can speak their minds freely and avoid consequences because the news cycle moves too quickly. They've decided they can make a positive impact on the world by raising smart children. They feel that this contribution outweighs the climate-related risks, an insider reported. The former actress is confident that they will continue to live as a big, happy family, with her loving husband helping to raise the children. She also hopes that their fans will be able to forgive the former royals and take joy in their family happiness. Meghan loves watching how Harry spends time with Archie and Lily. He's a natural father. He looks like the happiest person in the world when he's with the kids. Plus, ever since Lily was born, their son Archie has been asking for a little brother, and the parents just can't say no to him, American media quoted an insider. In light of their decision not to have a third child, the couple was honored by the charity organization Population Matters, according to Sky News. The couple received an award of £500. The organization noted that smaller families reduce humanity's impact on the earth and give more opportunities for our children and future generations to thrive on a healthy planet. It was also mentioned that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle could use the award money at their discretion, for example, by donating it to charity. Lilibet doesn't appear in the press as often as, for example, Prince George, who was recently seen at the Wimbledon finals with his parents. At the 4th of July parade in Jackson Hole, the Sussexes were spotted with only their son Archie, leaving their daughter at home. According to sources, Lilibet's parents were upset by the fact that Queen Elizabeth II refused to be photographed with her during their first meeting. Palace insiders explained that the Queen was concerned that the photos could be sold by Meghan and Harry to American tabloids. Royal experts from the Daily Beast believe that the Sussexes are worried that their daughter might literally be erased from the history of the British monarchy. Lilibet was born during a period when her parents' relationship with the royal family was extremely tense. The statements made by Meghan and Harry dealt a blow to the monarchy, leading to calls to strip Harry of his title and petitions against him. Prince Charles even refused to communicate with his son after his move to the United States. However, Prince Charles's emotional reaction to the birth of his granddaughter indicates an improvement in family relationships. Royal experts believe that Lilibet could help melt the ice and assist Harry in rebuilding his relationship not only with his father but also with his brother. Meghan Markle shared about a gift she prepared for her future daughter before meeting Harry. The former actress bought Cartier watches after learning that the Suits series with her participation was renewed. This accessory cost her $7,000. The third season seemed impossible, but when it happened, I decided to treat myself. I bought two-tone Cartier Tank Française watches and engraved them, from Meghan Markle to Meghan Markle. I plan to give them to my daughter, Meghan shared. Recently, Princess Eugenie posted a touching video of her son August on social media. Internet users noted that he looks like Lilibet's sibling. He looks so much like Lilibet, is this even legal? They are like twins, people wrote in the comments. Young August is only a few months older than Lilibet Diana. According to journalists, the children spend a lot of time together due to the friendship between their parents. Rumors suggest that Eugenia and her husband Jack Brooksbank are not eager to return to the UK. Eugenia, Harry, and Meghan maintain close relationships. They often communicate, insiders told journalists. Fans of the royal family continue to hope that Harry and Meghan will not leave them without new family photos and will continue the tradition. Thus, what are the Sussexes hiding? The questions outweigh the answers, and the doubts only intensify. Perhaps we will never know the whole truth about the life of Archie and Lilibet, but one thing is clear, this story leaves no one indifferent. What do you think lies behind this mystery? Share your thoughts in the comments, like if you want more such investigations, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to not miss new sensations.